What's up, Raider Nation? It's your boy. I'll be Frank with another Such Media Productions. It's the end of the first week of training camp. There has been a lot that has been going on. There has been a lot that uh, has been discussed as far as the importance of who is going to be who going into the first week of the season as far as starters go, where are people going to be on the defensive line, the linebackers, every phase, DBs as well. It's all being discussed. It's all being worked out. There's a bunch of players that are still unproven, and but they're given the opportunity to prove themselves and prove their position and prove that they could be where they're supposed to be. And it's a beautiful thing, man. I'm excited, like really. It's hard to even put into words, but I'm trying to stay calm because I'm over here in my little Raiders nook. You know what I mean? You heard of Elf on the Shelf? Well, anyway, so I'm just in my little spot, just trying to be cool, and I got my co-host with me here. This is Jackie, Jack Herrera strain. Um, Smells pretty good. It's got a ways to go, but I just wanted to bring her in and sit in and have a little talk with us as we go over some of the things that we saw in the first week of camp here. There was talk when he was asked, and well, Coach John Gruden was asked who's going to be playing in the preseason games, and I do believe the Rams is our first preseason game. Don't quote me on that. A lot of things you shouldn't ever quote me on, just because hey, I'm just a normal dude just like you. So if you're quoting me without me saying this is fact, then it's on you, buddy. But yeah, he was just saying that a lot of the guys that are new, up and coming, they're gonna get a lot of run. We're gonna get eyes on them. So you're gonna see a lot of rookies. Maybe the first game, maybe even the first two. Um, I think it's going to be interesting because when you think about it, we got one of our preseason games taken away. And usually in the third, sometimes the second, usually in the third game that we play of the preseason, that's a real good dress rehearsal for the first stringers for maybe even the first half. I know for sure it's the first couple of possessions, but sometimes it goes into the first half, even first quarter, whatever. But that's when they get a lot of burn. So I wonder how that's going to work out if guys are going to come in and do the first week a bunch of starters, or the perceived starters, role players that go around the starters. If they're gonna get a lot of burn in the first week, and then the following two games, it's gonna be the backup guys to see who can stay, on the roster, or if it's gonna be flipped the other way. Uh, it's gonna be interesting to see. I think that the people that we have now, uh, the people that we have in position to see who could be a starter or even a backup player, players that I've been, really intrigued and watching because for some weird reason, I'm a Javen White fan. I'm not a UNLV fan. I'm a USC fan. Um, I like his story. It almost reminds me of the Keelan Doss, the guy, hometown kid, and then he's playing close, and now his hometown team picks him. So I'm really rooting for guys like that. I like to see what he can do. I think this season coming up is going to be a spectacular one, a special one. You're probably going to hear me say that a lot, going leading into the season, because that's just the way I feel, and during the season. So I apologize if my videos are raw and a little grainy. I'm sorry about that, but I'm just getting it. I'm in the mud right now, and I pull it out as we pull it out. If you have any suggestions or critiques or whatever like that, please get down in the comment section. Let me know. While you're down there, might as well hit the like and subscribe button so we can keep this rolling, baby, because it's all Raider Nation. You know what I mean? It's what I do it for. I just like the Raiders. I'm a Raider fan. Talking about the Raiders, man. That's just the way I do. That's what I love. I love the game of football and my super X and O's and all that kind of stuff. No, I have to be honest. I'm not, but I do go with my gut and my heart. You know what I mean? My gut and my heart. But that's just the way I feel about it. And I like the guys that we got. I do believe the competition battles that we have in camp right now for DBs is gonna set the bar high for the coming roster in the future that's going to come in behind these guys, because I do believe the people that we got in camp right now are going to push the players that should be pushed and should be in position to get us W's and help us make playoff runs and championship runs. I believe they're here. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I believe they're here. They just need to get it. They just need to get it. And we brought in guys that could push them. So I'm really excited to see what the season has in store for us. I think it's a spectacular thing. There's a lot of dudes that are coming into their third year. You could tell our 2019 draft, all those dudes, man, all those dudes have a chance to really, really, really be good. And down the line, that might be one of our best. It might prove to be one of our best drafts ever in history, if everything could work out as good as Mayock and Gruden have it in their head, and they tell us about how these guys are true professionals and things of that nature, the way they carry themselves. They're different type of players. They didn't come out just as rookies. These dudes came out with a little more polished than other players, and I tend to agree. And I think personally, this draft class, or the 2019 draft class, the ones that got in their third year right now, about to take off with Gus Bradley and Gruden. I just think that they could all be special players, man. They all could be someone that we could look back and be like, wow. Remember how they were talking how shitty this draft was, and remember that one dude on draft night made his face. They made that dude famous, man. When you put Farrell, ooh, that dude, man, he was a meme for a minute. He probably still is, but I think that's all going to change starting this year. You're going to see it turn around this year, because all the other dudes that we brought in through free agency and the young guys, it's just they're going to build each other up. I that's just the way I see it. If you see it differently, please, like I said, get down in the comments, tell me what you think. But speaking about that, Josh Jacobs, Max Crosby, Cleve Farrell, like I said, in their third year, all making strides to be leaders on the team, leaders in their position, in their position groups, and just overall leaders. Like, that's great. You know, there's going to be more than one guy you could look to get inspiration, to get direction, to get you where you need to be mentally, so you can play this game physically. And that's very important. And I know when you watch some of these pressers, I think it's just like me. Like, when I'm making this video, am I the best person that you've ever seen do a video? Probably not. This is only like my fifth or sixth video, so I'm learning as I go, and that's how those guys are. But these dudes already got the physical tools to be great and do great, and now they're just putting it together mentally, right? Because you were in high school, college is nothing like the pros. Nothing is like the pros. It's a totally different situation. Excuse me again. It's a totally different situation. And I do believe we got the right guys. I do believe we got the guys that have the right mental mindset to get in here and do work. It's important. It's important. I think the Mayock and Gruden have done a very good job of getting those type of like-minded people, to help us get where we want to get. And like I said, I'm just excited, man. I love football. I love Raiders. I love the defense side of the ball. I do like the offensive side of the ball too. I'm a running back guy. I love running backs. Who doesn't like to put themselves in as a running back and or a linebacker in Madden? I think that's the first two positions you might do, other than wide receiver and quarterback. That's just my favorite things. I like how during this week. Everybody was really speaking highly of each other, as you should. You know, I mean, you're a team. So what are you going? Ah, this guy sucks. I don't know about him. But even when you hear someone talk life into somebody and they're being positive about somebody, you could tell undertones. You could tell when someone's like not really, they really didn't mean what they said. Like, you really don't think this guy is gonna be that guy. But you know, we got dudes like Josh Jacobs speaking highly of Alex Leatherwood. Not only is Josh Jacobs do it, but other people do it. But it's important because Josh Jacobs is going to be running behind this man, and when you see him light up and smile, because he doesn't want to give too much away, but he's letting you know, like, man, we about to punch you motherfuckers in the mouth. We about to punch a lot of you motherfuckers in the mouth, and I don't think you guys are going to like it that much. You guys are going to think, you guys are not going to where it's gonna come from. The other teams are not gonna know where it comes from, and that's why he's got that grin on his face, like, man, we about to get up in you, we about to get up in you. But I can't even tell you how we're gonna get up in you. But yes, he carries himself like a professional. This is Josh speaking to Alex Leatherwood. Carries himself like a professional, something that we thought he would do, and he has been doing for a long time, and that is a great thing. Goes back to that mental mind state that you need to have to be as young as you are, but still carry yourself as a pro, and you do pro things. So I think that's beautiful, man. I love stuff like that. The fact that Josh said the running back room reminded him of Alabama, and Alabama's running back room for the last half decade or more has been some of the best in the business as far as college side goes. Now, some of the guys coming out haven't really panned out. But when you look at Josh, you look at Drake, you look at Henry, you look at, I do believe Najee Harris is going to be a monster. That says a lot. That says a lot about what we got going on and what we got going into camp, and what it's doing to push the guys up top and the guys that are supposed to be the quote unquote starters. I mean, hey, steel sharpens steel, and that's what we need right now. We need to hear that. I need to hear that to make me feel good about what's going on with my team, because it's time. You know, we've been doing it for years now, and what I mean doing it is just not playing well. But recently, I would say the last 2 years for sure, offense has been playing a lot better. It gives us something to look forward to, in my opinion. I'm so excited. I know it doesn't really seem like that. I apologize if I'm not doing backflips, but there's not a lot of room over here. Like I said, this is a nook. One little elbow this way, one little elbow that way. I'm out of commission. I can't do it. But yeah, it's beautiful, and to say the least, I can't wait to see what our wide receivers are going to do this year. We got Brian Edwards, we got Ruggs, we got John Brown, and Renfro. And like it or not, I know he's a TE. We got Darren Waller. And honestly, that, and then you have Kenyon Drake and Jacobs possibly in the backfield at the same time. Like, dude, like, how do we not like average like 38-40 points a year, like a game this year? How do we not average that? I don't know. I'm not saying we are, but I'm just saying, when we have that type of weaponry all around, and a quarterback that's more than capable of delivering the ball and getting it to these guys, it should be a no-brainer. I mean, it's just what we should do. And that defense, if it shows up, I'm telling you right now, if our defense, with the offense that we have, if our defense can just get to 20, because for some reason when we get in 20, we actually are pretty good, and we've pushed to the playoffs. We just fell a little bit short. I think if we do it this time with the offense that we have, we'll definitely make the playoffs. I mean, that's the bare minimum. That's the trash. I think with the defense that we got, 20 would be the trashest that we would be. Like, we played terrible and we still ended up 20. Like, just with the coach that we have, with the players that we have, I really don't see us being that low in the first place. But man, it would be great if we were in like the 14, to 9 range. That would be sick. That would be sick, and I think we have the guys that could do it. Despite them being young, I do believe we got a good mix of veteran that'll help us get there. I do believe we have the coaching staff that'll help us get there. I could see it, and that's just my opinion on that. Please get down in the comments, like and subscribe. Tell me what you think, man. I just want to talk about Raiders. I just want to get out. I just want to see them play. I want to get to see a game. We didn't get to see no games last year. Now we get to finally see them, even if it is you're masked up. Who gives a fuck? You'll hear me through my mask. I'm going to be screaming. You're gonna hear it. You're gonna know that I'm there, and it's a beautiful thing, man. It's a beautiful thing. But you know, any of my videos that you've seen recently, you've probably been wondering to yourself, how could you call yourself Sesh Media and you haven't had a session? And I say to you, you're right. I say to you, I'm so sorry. I've been meaning to have one, but like I said, I'm a blue collar dollar guy. I work 9 to 5, but it's not really 9 to 5. I work all kind of crazy hours. Long story short, I can't always get with the udi. I gotta leave it to the side sometimes, you know, because you don't want to operate heavy machinery on the udi, because you can hurt somebody. You can hurt yourself. You don't want to do that. But this is caramel apple. I'll tell you exactly what it is. This is a Golden State caramel apple hybrid, and it's nice. I got some other stuff too. Some Triangle. I think it's called Triangle OG. This is Power Stack. Let me see that. Oh, sorry. Power Stack. And this got this is indica flower and keef. Black Triangle OG, garlic mint. Got some stuff for later tonight when it's time to go doze off. But right now, it's just it's a sesh. This is what it is, man. I've been trying to do this for the longest time. Like I said, I love to talk Raiders. I love to talk sports, period. As you can see, I'm a Dodgers fan and a Clippers fan. Don't hate me for that. Don't hate me for that. It's tough. It's a rough deal, all right? No chips in somebody else's home. Whew. You know what it's like sleeping on somebody else's couch and you know you're better than them? But you can't prove it. Because anytime you go to prove it, your car breaks down. Man. Can't catch a break. But things are gonna change for the Raiders. I'll tell you that right now. Things are definitely going to change for the Raiders. We got the guys. We got the coach. We got the new arena. We got the fans. It's gonna happen. It's going to happen. It's happening now. This camp that just went on, man, you want competition. You want guys pushing other guys to be better. And for all accounts, when you hear these dudes talking about each other, man, they sound like they get along. And you need that. You need that camaraderie. That's a big deal. You need it. And we got it. At least on the outside looking in, we got it. You may think to yourself like, oh, how do you know that for sure? Let me tell you one reason why I think so. Carl Nassib. A situation like his, where he came out and told the world what he is and how he feels, that really could have sparked some rift in between the lines of the locker room. Definitely. But they all stood behind him. And all the players that are the good players, the players that you would hope get behind him. No other type of comments, nothing snide, nothing underhanded. we got that dude's back. He's a Raider. We need that. That's very important for us to be any type of to have any type of success going on from here into the future. It is a must, and we got it. We got it, and I'm so happy that we got guys that give a shit about each other, and not only do they give a shit about each other, they give a shit about doing a good job, because that's what it comes down to. We haven't had guys that gave a crap about doing a good job. It's a trip. Now, I'm sorry if I'm gonna get off of, well, maybe it's not off topic, but it's just a topic that I feel like needs to be discussed or at least mentioned, and maybe I'm just overthinking it. Maybe it's just something I see. Maybe it's in the herb that makes me think that way. I'm not 100% sure, but get in the comments. Tell me if I'm wrong. Like and subscribe while you're down there. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything. Why do we always grab guys that have issues, whether it be on the outside of football or actual football related issues, injuries, things of that sort? It makes me wonder. I mean, I know we're the Raiders and we give underdogs chances. That's what we're supposed to. That's how we were built. That's just what we are. If you believe you can win, we want you on our team because it starts with the belief. That's great, but after a while, man, you keep drafting these dudes that are hurt. You keep drafting these dudes that got question marks in their health and question marks in who they are as far as their personality and outside of football. It's starting to get a little. It's starting to get a little rough, you know. Like, I know you gotta take shots somewhere, and sometimes, but it seems like that's just our mo. We just take the shot. Like, there's so many people in this draft, even though I feel like who we drafted, we got the right guys, but there were guys out there that we're just looking like, why didn't we get him? And like, we like get somebody like Maurice Hurst or Arden Key. It's a trip, man. It's a trip to me, like why we do stuff like that. And then sometimes we just hold on to dudes a little bit too long. And I guess that happens to every team here and there, but I'd like for the Raiders to stop doing it. It's been enough for me. I'm good. I'm ready for us to turn it around and start winning championships, man. I mean, last time they won a championship, I was yay. I was yee. I was a little guy. I was a little dude, man. Like, we need more of these. Feel me? We need more of these. Much more of them. And I think we're going to get them. Gruden, I believe, has us going in the right direction. I know a lot of people out there don't think so, but I disagree with you. I think he does have us going in the right direction, and it's just going to take a little bit more time. I wanted it to be last year, but I think this year is going to be a lot better than people think. Like, a lot better than people think. And I'm going to keep holding on to that until they prove me otherwise. I think this season is going to shape up to be fantastic. Since I am here smoking my caramel apple, I will say that when I do smoke, I get this feeling that we're gonna start off our season winning 7 games in a row. I know. Would you like to hit it? Because it will make you think that. It's a trip. I don't know why I think that, but I just think our first 7 games, we got them. We got them. Now you're probably asking yourself, Frank, that's cool and all, but how many games do you got us win in total? It's gonna trip you out. So we're gonna win our first 7, right? And I think we're gonna end up with 11 wins. I think we're gonna end with 11 wins. And I also think our last two games we're probably going to lose. So it's going to look bad because we're going into the playoffs, because we're going to go into the playoffs. With that record, I think 11-6, what it would be, I think that's more than enough for us to get into even just the wild card spot, whatever. I think we're in. I just have that feeling. And people are going to be down on us. People are going to be down on us like, damn, they scraped in. They luckily got in. Raider fashion, blah, blah, blah. You can hear him talking all kinds of shit. I know I can hear him. So I think when we get in there, though, we're going to turn it on even more. And we're going to surprise some people. That's just my thought. I don't want to give too much away. I don't want to make people too, think I'm insane or anything. But like I said, when I hit the Irby Doobies, man, I think 7 straight. Like, I think we just knock fools off. Like, bah, 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 bah. And then, we lose a couple. And then we're back on track for a little bit. And then we lose a couple. And then we running into the playoffs with chips. Large Tostito. I mean, though, the big chip, like salsa on the side. Like, man, we're going to come in. I think we're going to buck some shit up. I think we're really let people know, man. Anyway, it's been a long video of me just rambling on, but like I said, I just love the Raiders. I like to talk it. If you want to talk about anything, man, as far as Raiders related, or just anything, period, man, go ahead, get down in the comments, comment, man. Tell me. We talk about something. I ain't got no fans yet, but you could be the first. You could be the first to like and subscribe. We could have some lives. We could talk, and we could have a session. I pass this around. Everybody gets to smoke of the peace pipe, Because this is what I like to do, man. This is it. Raiders. Do a little smoky. I like to garden, too, As you can see by my girl Jackie right here. She cool. She mad cool. I wish you could smell this right now. I wish you could smell this. It's a little turpentine. It, maybe I should have called it Jack Tatum, because this motherfucker's gonna be hitting. But yeah, man, it's a beautiful thing. Thank you for watching. If you watched, like and subscribe if it's your vibe. I'll be Frank. You be you. Until next time, peace.